Hey guys, welcome to Stock Stuffs, and in this video I'm going to show you how to calculate the MACD in Excel. So what is a MACD? Well, the MACD is basically, the MACD line is basically the difference between two EMAs, usually the 12 versus 26-day EMA, and this is going to return the MACD line. And then usually the MACD line is plotted along another EMA, and this EMA is derived off the MACD line, usually a 9 period, and this is known as a trigger line. So let's take a look at price action. So here is price action. The green line is a MACD line. The red line, as you can see, looks like a smoothened out but slightly delayed version of the green line, which, it's the exponential moving average, 9 period exponential moving average that's calculated off the green MACD line. And the MACD line is basically, it's a momentum indicator, and show you how to calculate it. So first, if you want to calculate it, you got to get some prices. So we're going to go to Yahoo Finances, and we're going to search for SPY, which is ETF for the S&P 500. You click historic prices, select range of date you want, click get prices, and download the spreadsheet. Okay, so now we have some data to work with. We have the date, open, high, low, close, volume adjusted close. We can get rid of that. I guess the first thing we can do is we can sort this data a little bit so that as we're moving down, we're moving forward in time. So sort filter, custom sort, sort by date, and then oldest to newest. And so that way it's a little bit more intuitive. We're just going to be working with the closing price for the MACD, but of course, you can calculate it with any other, any other prices. So, okay, so we need basically first, we need to calculate two EMAs. So we have the 12 days, and then we have the 26 days EMA, right? So and then at the very end, we have to calculate a 9 days EMA of the MACD line. So okay, so first we need to calculate the EMA multiplier. So as you remember from my EMA video, the EMA multiplier is simply 2 divided by n plus 1. So in this case, our n is 12, so k1 plus 1, and then so the weight multiplier for an EMA is going to be about 15% for a 12 period, roughly 7% for the 26 period, and roughly a 20%, or exactly 20%, I should say, for 20 period. So that's our EMA multipliers. Here I'm gonna can I just accent it some color so it's a little obvious? Okay, well we'll give it an accent of orange. So these are our multipliers. So first, let's go ahead and calculate a 12-day EMA, and then a 26-day EMA, and then from there we can find the MACD line, or just MACD I think is fine. So the 12-day EMA is essentially, you go to the 13th row, right? Because the first row is the header. So you're going to basically take the SMA of the first 12 values. So you're going to do equals average, and then you're going to average out the closing price for 12 periods. So then it returns this value, and then to find the EMA, you're going to just do equals. You're going to find the spread between the EMA value from the previous period versus the most recent value, and you're going to weigh it by the multiplier. So in this case, the most recent value is E14, right? E14 minus F13. So that's going to give you the spread. If it's a negative number, that means the most recent value has gone down. If it's a positive number, then that means the most recent value has gone up. You're going to weigh it by the multiplier. We're going to lock it at K $2. So that way, as we drag down, we're going to basically always use that value. And then once you find the spread weighted by the multiplier, you're going to add it to the balance from the previous end period. So then that's going to give us the 12 SMA. And we're going to do the same exact thing for the 26 SMA. So for the 26 SMA, you're going to basically calculate, or the 26 EMA, you're going to calculate an SMA on the 27th row. So equals average, and then the closing price going back here. Okay, 26, and then again you're going to do equals basically the most recent price, which is E28 minus the value from one period ago, which is G27, and then once you found that spread, you're gonna weigh it by the basically the weight multiplier. So for the 26, it will be $L $2, so about 7.41%, right? And then once you got that, you're going to add it to the balance from the previous period, which is G27, and then here you have the 26 EMA, and then the MACD line, which I guess I can highlight so it's a little easier to see, is basically the difference between a 12 versus a 26. So it's going to be F27 minus G27, and that's going to be the MACD line. So let's go ahead and extend this down, and yeah, that's the MACD line. So let's go ahead and check our work. Let's go to charting software and see if the value returned by the software is the same as the value returned by our calculation. So let's go to 5/10/2016, which is the most recent date. On 5/10/2016, our calculation for the SMA, for the MACD line, returned a value of 0.449. So basically 0.45, going back 2 decimal places. So on the 5/10/2016, the charting software return a value of 0.45 for the 12/26 MACD. So we have the same value. Let's go back a few days and spot check the 25th. So the 25th, the charting software returned a value of 2.05. So let's see, our calculation returned a value of 2.05. So it seems like the calculation is done correctly for the MACD line. So now we can proceed to calculate essentially the smoothen out, basically 9 EMA of the MACD line. So we can highlight this red. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 periods down, and you're gonna basically first you're gonna seed this with an SMA value of basically the MACD periods. That's gonna be our first value, and then since this is an EMA, we're gonna again find the just do the EMA step. So find the spread, which is H36 minus previous balance from previous period, which is I35, right? We're gonna weigh it by the multiplier times $M $2. So $M $2, and this is gonna lock it at 20%. And then finally, we're gonna add it to the balance from the previous period, which is I35, and then this is going to give us the value for the 9 days smoothing line of the MACD line. So let's go ahead and spot check our work. Okay, so on 5/10/2016, the red line, which is the EMA of the MACD line, return a value of 0.85. So let's see what our charting software returned. Our charting software returned 0.85. Let's spot check another instance. On the 18th, the EMA 9 of the MACD line returned a value of 2.04, and so on the 18th, our calculation returned a value of 2.0388, basically 2.04 if you round it up. So yeah, so it seems like the calculation is done correctly, and that's how you do the MACD. So yeah, so basically all the MACD is you just have to calculate EMA 3 different times, and then once you have done it in Excel, you can start running statistical tests on MACDs and see if this is in fact a statistically significant indicator. Thanks for watching.